Our God is Lucifer, but he is not the Bible devil. As a matter of fact, depending on the version of the Bible you read, Lucifer isn't actually in the Bible at all. And even when the name Lucifer is used, it doesn't describe an evil supernatural being. This is just another case of a certain religion stealing from other cultures. In this case, Roman mythology. Lucifer is the Roman name for the planet Venus. He is the child of Aurora, goddess of the dawn. Lucifer literally means morning star. However, the story of stolen mythology gets so much deeper than that. Let's start with translation meaning so much when you read a text. For example, let's look at how previously referenced unnamed religion took a translation error and gave a name that never existed in their own book. Isaiah 14:12. This is the New International Version. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. But the King James Version reads, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? This is in reference not to a devil, but to a human man, the fallen king of Babylon. Isaiah 14:3-4 reads, On the day the Lord gives you relief from your suffering and turmoil, and from the harsh labor forced on you, you will take up this taunt against the king of Babylon. Not an angel. I want to read part of an article that I found online for the research of this video. In many Christian traditions, Satan, the devil you know, is also called Lucifer. Sometimes that's given as his angelic name before he was cast out of heaven for rebellion against God. But the biblical justification for calling his infernal majesty Lucifer is incredibly thin. Here's the scoop. Lucifer isn't actually a proper name in the Bible. Angels get Hebrew names like Michael or Raphael, but Lucifer only appears in one place, Isaiah 14:12, where it's just a Latin translation for light bearer or morning star, often meaning Venus. That's a good translation. The Hebrew is Hallel ben Shahar, meaning shining one or son of the morning. But Isaiah 14:4 makes it clear that the figure being brought low is not any kind of angel, but the king of Babylon. The idea that this king's overthrow might be a metaphor for the fall of Satan seems to date back to Origen, a 3rd century Christian theologian. He read Luke 10:18, in which Jesus says he saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven, as an echo of the language in Isaiah 14, and decided that Isaiah's Lucifer must be a stand-in for Satan. But that's a supposition that's impossible to demonstrate in the Bible. The tipping point for Lucifer actually came in 1667, when John Milton used that as the devil's name in Paradise Lost. Many Christians would probably be surprised to find that their Lucifer terminology owes more to a British epic poem than it does to the book of Revelation. As they say, the devil's in the details. And if you want to get technical, which I do like to do, if you actually look into the story of the war between angels and Satan, or the beast, it's only mentioned in the book of Revelations. It's in chapter 12, right before the second coming. If you believe the Bible, if you believe that Christ will return, but that he hasn't yet, then the alleged war in heaven hasn't happened yet either. That's in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, 7-9. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. but he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, the ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. The idea of hell as a burning lake of fire, and Lucifer being the angelic name of the devil before he was cast from heaven, is all based on a 17th century English poem, not some prophet. John Milton is the guy who came up with, "It is better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven," a sentiment that is still believed today by many. While John Milton was English, his line of thought actually helped shape America and the principles behind it that so many of us hold dear today. And the part that makes me laugh the most about thinking of how Satan, his demonic name in Paradise Lost, or Lucifer, his angelic name in the same fictional book, is portrayed. He's not even an actual villain. He would be considered an anti-hero in Stan Lee's Marvel Universe. Milton writes Satan similar to Deadpool, just more arrogant than egotistical. I'm Elder Eliza with the Church of Light, and remember, the flowers are blooming in Antarctica.